Hey everybody, Jared Ulrich, the art sale artist here with another I finished it for you exclusive Crusaders Club members. We really do appreciate you guys. And it's been a little while since we did an I finished it. I got kind of sick there for a while, but I'm back. And when you're sick, you play video games. So I finished it, episode 45, Tomb Raider Anniversary. I finished this on my Xbox 360. Now, what do I think of the game? Bottom line up front, I think it's great. This is a great game. Now, let's get in the meat and potatoes of it. It was made in 2006 because it was the 10th anniversary of Tomb Raider, which started in 1996. Tomb Raider Anniversary is the second in the trilogy made by Crystal Dynamics. This was the trilogy that kind of brought Tomb Raider back after it got kind of stagnant and stale on the PS1 era. And then into the PS2 era, they did Angel of Darkness, which I might suck up and play again to do when I finish it for you guys. I finished it way back in the day. It's considered the low point of the franchise. So basically, Core had the design of the Tomb Raider games from part 1 all the way to Angel of Darkness, which was part 6, I think. And then it just kind of got stale and it needed new life. And that's when Crystal Dynamics came in. And the first one they did was Tomb Raider Legend, which I've done and I finished it on before. I'll get it out. And now this is the second of the Crystal Dynamics trilogy. This is Tomb Raider Anniversary. Now, what's really cool about this game, it has all the great new simplified mechanics that you would expect from Tomb Raider Legend. Even though the mechanics are simplified, it still feels rewarding. It still feels fun and fresh and exciting. And then when you put the anniversary on top of that, because this may be my favorite Tomb Raider game. I'm thinking about it. But again, this is the 10th anniversary of Tomb Raider. So what they did was Crystal Dynamics took their control scheme and their puzzle design, and they basically remade the original Tomb Raider from 1996. So a lot of people say, oh, is this just like a high graphics remake? No, it's not. It's a different game, but it has all the same flavor of the first Tomb Raider game. Like it's the same story, the same villains, the same locations. So it's really just given a facelift, but not just a facelift. Like it's core mechanics of how you play the character. Again, it's the Crystal Dynamics version, not the core version of how the mechanics themselves work. And then the levels, although completely paying homage to the levels of the first game, are completely, I would say, streamlined is a really good word. So all the levels will look and feel familiar, especially if you're familiar with and you beat the first one, but they'll be more streamlined. Let's be honest. In the first one, I mean, it was groundbreaking. It's wonderful. And I love Tomb Raider 1, but like some of the levels are just so vast and sprawling, and some of the puzzles are just so obtuse. I mean, I can remember getting stuck on levels in Tomb Raider 1 for literal months. This was pre-internet, until I could get a chance to go to the to the mall and go to Walden Books and read a strategy guide to figure out what I was missing. I mean, a classic example, if you're a big Tomb Raider nut, is the cistern level. The cistern level in Tomb Raider 1, 1996. Woo, that one will put you through your paces just trying to figure out what you are supposed to do. So, like, for example, cistern level is still here because you expect to see the cistern level. Okay, all the levels you expect to see are there. They all still look similar. They feel similar. They play similar, but they've really tightened up the puzzle solving. It's not as complex. And the cool thing is, that's not to say that it's dumbed down. I don't really think it's dumbed down. I think they just kind of did away with some of the real unnecessary difficulty from the first game. Again, no slide in the first game. That was their first shot at it, and I think it's a wonderful game. But so basically, think of the first one: better graphics, better controls, tightened up levels. Things flow really well. In fact, levels flow directly into each other. This is a really great game. So if you've never played Tomb Raider before, I might actually recommend you play this one, because it's like getting the feel and the vibe, the total feel and vibe of Tomb Raider, without maybe the frustration factor of the 1996 version. So yeah, I guess I think if I had to say to someone who said, hey, I just want to get into the world of Tomb Raider, I just kind of want to see what it's all about, where should I start? I might point them to Tomb Raider Anniversary, or maybe Tomb Raider Legend. I mean, you kind of have to be a hardcore gamer to go back to the PS1 versions. But this is a beautiful game. It's got a good soundtrack, good graphics. I mean, to be only 10 years after the first one, because the sucker came out in 2006. So we're talking 15-year-old game now, but still fun as heck to play. Definitely gets a recommend. So if you're a Tomb Raider veteran, I definitely recommend you revisit this. If you're a Tomb Raider rookie and you just kind of like, oh, I've heard about Tomb Raiders and I don't know, where's a good place to start? Tomb Raider Anniversary, I think is where I would start. It's got all the flavor and fun of the first one, streamlined, looks great, sounds great, easy recommendation. So that's my I finished it for this episode, Tomb Raider Anniversary on Xbox 360. It's also available on the PS3. I've got it on that. If it's anything else, then I'm not aware of it. But that's where you can find that and the other wonderful Crystal Dynamics games. Can't recommend them enough. So Tomb Raider Anniversary, big thumbs up from Jared, the Tomb Raider fan of the LBC crew. Speaking of the LBC crew, I want to say thanks again to all you guys out there who are our patrons, and you make doing this kind of stuff fun. And we like bringing you this extra content. Sorry it took so long since the last I finished it. But oh my gosh, I should just do it. I finished it on my Christmas tale, but we'll save that for another day. Christmas got crazy and it didn't slow down from there. But hey, we are back at it. And again, thank you guys. I look forward to seeing you here on another I Finished It. And I'm going to act froze.